Hello and welcome everyone into the Precious Paths, a brand new season for December, January, February, and the Roads to Paldea event that brings in this guy, Nacli. And we've got rotating spawns. We have to say, while we catch this, thanks to Chris Jan from the Patreon squad who gifted us the ticket for today's event, which gives us a bunch of boosted shiny potential of Bagon and Larvitar. The days are split depending on the spawns, so Pokédex coming in for Nacli, and I really like this Pokemon actually. It's a fantastic little design. And when it finally evolves, it's quite a beastly rock type. Not sure how good it's going to be in Pokemon GO, I've got to be honest, but I remember trying to shiny hunt this thing in Pokemon Violet, and it was very difficult to tell. Only the white bit of the body changed to kind of like a coffee color. And in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, it's a lot smaller and more difficult to see. But what's going on in this event? Well, we have research you need to know. So shout out to LeakDuck as always. So Nacli is in 2 different research tasks. Catch 5 different species or power up a Pokemon 10 times and then make 10 great throws will give you either Bagon or Larvitar. So they are shiny boosted for the event, but they're spawning at alternate days depending on whether it's a Scarlet day or a Violet day. Have a little look at the blog post to determine what's going on. I think Larvitar's up first and then Bagon's maybe tomorrow, etc. But it all intersects with the December weekend event. So bear in mind, during the course of 9 AM to 9 PM on those days, I think the Community Day Pokemon are going to take over, and obviously 2 to 5 is the boosted window we're going to be out for on both days. Whether we stick to doing it in the coffee shop and the pub, I'm still up for debate on. So what else is actually available? Well, there's Tauros. Thank you, Barside. You have literally made the clip much easier. Tauros, the Paldean form, all 3 versions are back in the 3-star raids alongside Dondozo and Bombardier. Obviously, it's a Gen 9 themed kind of thing, but it's worth noting, and this is something I didn't pick up on when we were talking about it on episode 251 of the Incensed podcast. Do please go and check that out if you haven't done so already. The Pokemon that get featured in the spawns have Paradox versions. Obviously, Bagon, Salamence, has Roaring Moon, and Tyranitar has, what is it, Iron Thorns or something when it becomes Tyranitar in its future Paradox. Same goes for Mischievous and a whole bunch of other ones. So I don't know whether we could see some Paradox coming later in 2026. And more importantly though, the raid bosses haven't quite changed that much yet. We've still got the Terrakion, Virizion, and Cobalion available in 5-star raids, but the Shadow raid boss has ticked over to Shadow Shiny Heatran, and I highly recommend you go gunning for that one if you can do. It shouldn't be a terribly difficult Shadow Legendary to take down. The Shadow form will be very useful, and it's a new Shadow Shiny Legendary, so that's my chase for the next month until Kyurem comes back in, and 1932, I forget the hundos. We want to whack down daily adventure and sense, give this a good old go. We have a brand new Go Pass for December, of course, and these still can't be shiny, just to let you know. So it's an XL, it's the Tendo. Thank you, Paul. Appreciate that invite. And here's the paid ticket. And we do have collection challenges. So we're going to be able to complete this one today. And then this one is all of tomorrow, I think, unless they're sort of split, but who knows. We're of course getting the root bits and pieces done for some buddy hearts, and we're more than halfway around the park, and I'm depressed to say, don't hold your breath on getting that field research stuff for today, because I have managed to find all of 3 tasks. This one is a Bagon or a Beldum, but it's a Bagon, not a shiny. There's a Kecleon though, before we check that. Hatch an egg. There's so many non-event tasks out. Maybe it's because it's the first day of a new season, but that's always the issue, I think, when they have a new event and a new season colliding on the same day. Send 3 gifts with a sticker. Now, I do need to do field research tasks for the level up challenge, but only once we've got some actual... For God's sake. I would recommend, if you haven't done so already, go to your Pokédex on Nacli and then just tick the alerts on so you can find a few more of them. That low-level Kecleon will do nicely. That gives us 2 Nacli checks, which is something. 414 for your 100%er. 382, of course, it's trash. And the second one is 408. I was thinking about doing a field research grind for this sort of event, but if they're not around, there's no point. So... yeah, 93. Actually not too bad whatsoever. Don't forget there's good shinies out there like Nimbol and Smoliv. I know that really a few of them already had events, and don't forget Pour Me is featured this weekend. It's a tiny Larvitar. Cute. Spotted a cliff around, and since we've got boosted Larvitar, it's probably not going to affect the rockets, to be honest. They usually have their own kind of shiny race and everything. I found one more Nacli task, the catch 5 different species, so that's good. It's really not very common though, I will say that. Where's he telling me this one is? Oh dear God. The thing with that sort of Pokédex, whatever it is, alert thing, is it always spots the one that's furthest away from you, because there was one just the other side of the pond that never picked it up. What we got here? Go past stuff. Let's claim these. Why the hell not? Let's get ourselves another DV. Not that we had enough of those. It's not a shiny and not a hundo. 459 for your research hundo EV, of course. I am also in serious need of a haircut. I think there might be an endeavour for tomorrow. A Sprigatito. I should have really saved that for the weekend, to be honest. And a Wooper that has no feature this weekend, unfortunately. I will say, we're getting very lucky with the filming day weather, shall we say. Yesterday, it was chucking it down with rain all day. Today, beautiful, clear blue sky. Cold, but I'll take that. We'll go and park up in Black Sheep Coffee and check our premium time research and check a Nacli. That is 409 coffee acquired, as well as a check for... It was a Nacli quest. I honestly thought it was a Bagon or a Larvitar quest, something like that, but that's cool. We've got another Nacli. I will be trading these, see if we can get a lucky one, but it's going to be a while before that thing can be shiny, and actually it has a perfect potential, that one, to be a future community day, perhaps next year, but it is time now. Let's see. We've got all of these boosted potential shiny checks, and these have been previous Comday Classic Pokemon, so there's a Larvitar check. We need to see 445 or 495 for Bagon, and preferably a green or different coloured Larvitar would be nice, because then have a shundo of either of these. This would be epic. The Larvitar 429, and we've got a ticket for the Master Ball. Perfect timing. Celebi 954, thank you very much. Let's give you a screenshot from the Patreon squad. The Master Ball special work research for this season. Really appreciate your generosity, because that's quite a costly ticket as well. Very much appreciated. No shiny, and we're slowly ticking off that now masterwork research. It's just a lot of checks. That's all this is, really. I don't know, the likelihood of getting a shiny, they're probably not going to be crazy boosted. I'd expect a 1 in 128, but we'll see as the event progresses. They may be a 1 in 64 if they're feeling generous. Check. No shiny on that one. Check. Bagon's not a green one. 5 more encounters to go. No shiny. Come on. No Bagon. Okay, come on, Larvitar. The final Larvitar, not a shiny, unfortunately. So, Chris, appreciate your generosity. Larvitar didn't pull through. The Bagon? No shiny. That's close, though. 490. That's the best one of the bunch. In terms of things, we do actually have a Shundo Bagon that's now a Salamence level 50. That's a 0% shiny. 96, dude. That's not too bad at all. Appreciate it. 2 passes and a bit of Stardust. And the Nacli, 392. It's candies at the end of the day, so really appreciate the gifted ticket, dude. Also worth noting at the moment, there are no 3-star raids for the event spawning yet here, so we did pick up a combat form of Tauros just before entering Black Sheep, thanks to Barside via RSVP. So it's the Iberian Peninsula, a bit of Spain. Heatran with 9 people, absolutely annihilated. Now, don't forget your numbers, people. 2145 or 2681, I believe, is the weather boost that you need to see. We got 25 something. It's going to be pathetically bad, but it could be Shadow Shine. This is our 3rd one, I believe. I don't think it's Shadow Shiny, unfortunately. 2567. While I fight this, I will say, actually, Marta, my fiance, managed to pick up a purifiable hundo last night from one of the RSVPs that came through, which is great. From it was pretty much Kiwi land at that point. But you need to elite TM on Magma Storm, and unfortunately, you can't do that right now because it will have frustration on it if you get a decent shadow, and you can't TM frustration away right now. We need a Team Rocket event, and it looks like from December's lineup of events there isn't going to be a Team Rocket takeover in the next 4 weeks. So fingers crossed in January there will be one. Also, yes, it's actually unbelievably sunny. I need shades. I really need the shades today. There we go. To confirm the awfulness. But of course, Precious Paths means we've got Precious Paths special research. And is it going to give us the Paldean starters? We had a Sprigatito, a Fuecoco. Why did I not check this online to start with? I should have saved this for Saturday. Oh dear, but we do have a Shundo Quacks Quackle, or whatever the hell it's called. Somehow we've managed to collect 3 Power Up 10 Pokemon tasks, so... level 1 Grimer. Perfect. Count at 10 candies, get that ticked off. 3 Nacli. I will say we picked up a Goku bad one, a 14 attacker. I wasn't going to film every single encounter for Nacli. There's only so many times you can look at a stony mushroom. But since we got 3 here, 1, 408. We are getting some somewhat good IVs, because just to confirm, 408, 91. I think the IV window is quite small compared to the CP of 401, that's going to be terrible. And the 3rd of the batch is going to be a 390, even worse. I'm looking forward to the Hundo Shundo chase or whatever on the weekend, to be honest. Just hope we get some decent spawns. I was just about to call it. We've got 3 final Nacli, which we'll check at home. Jumped in the Heatran, the one at Walpole. I saw 2642, which is quite high. I want to see not only if this is going to be our first Shadow Shiny, but could it be a purifiable one? Purified Shundo is something we'd like to see. And I'm not being blinded by the sun. Give me a moment. Let's check. It's not shiny, but now we have to fight it. And I will make the joke. I was sat in the raid lobby, full 2 minutes. It ticked over to 9 seconds remaining, and the game just crashed for no reason. That's honestly, in the brief 2 hours I've been out, the 4th game crash I've had, and I wasn't even running Go++. The game literally couldn't handle the game ticking a timer down in a raid lobby. This is something we've debated about a long time, is that you can have good quality events, you can have good quality content, but if the quality of the game processing things isn't up to standard, it's going to devalue the whole experience. And that's kind of where Pokemon Go is, in my view, is that overall the quality of the content and stuff is actually pretty solid overall, I will say, not all the time, but it's pretty good. However, the quality of the gameplay and the experience is somewhat lacking because of them not processing things properly. No, well, it could theoretically be on that path. If it had a little bit less attack and a bit higher defense, it would work. 14, 11, 14 isn't actually the worst overall. Before we get the final checks in, a big thanks as always to every single one of you who are part of the Patreon squad who support this channel and the content and me behind creating it, and take your support to the next level, because it really is instrumental in keeping everything going in the manner that it does. It affords us the ability to push the content as much as we do, put more content out than we otherwise would be able to do, and the live events and so much more besides. Appreciate every single one of you who are listed here on the rolling credits, and thank you to you guys who are subscribed to the channel. By the way, put the notification bell on, it might help out. But appreciate the likes, the comments, the interaction, everything that you guys do with this channel. And yes, we've made some pretty good progress today. The masterwork of Precious Catch research, we need to throw down some more berries, which we'll do at some point, and yeah, we just got 2 more days. So I think Thursday might be a good day to get out and about and do a bit more, because Thursday is when Curran comes back into the 5-star raids. And Precious Pass, we got through stage 2. It gave us a Lechonk and a Poffin, and now we have to wait a bit more. But triple Nacli to finish things off. 1 is 398. 2 is gonna be a 406, and the final Nacli of the Stackly is a 392. Wonderful. So over the course of today's kind of like 3 and a bit hour grind and walking around a lot, 22 Nacli. And of that, 16 were research tasks, and that's pushing the boat out in terms of walking around and everything. Nacli is not a common spawn for this event, but the event does run until this time next week at 8 PM your local time, so it's over a week's worth of an event, which is something at least. But it's worth noting, of course, the research tasks will switch over during the course of the Community Day weekend, Saturday, Sunday, so you will lose out Nacli task, which is a shame. But we did pick this one up, which is a Goku Bad 98. And I think, to be honest, why beat around the bush? Let's get, what's it called, Naclstack or something, and then it's Garganacl. They did put the pronunciation up on their social media posts of what Pokemon are mispronounced, and the final stage of this one was included in that one, but it now becomes like a stone sheep. It's a very weird and interesting evolution line, actually. Very, I think, creative. I mean, it does give you Minecraft kind of vibes, to be honest, with the blocks. A mushroom into a weird sheep thing, and then it becomes this sort of massive golem, Garganacl stack thing. But it's cool to have this sort of thing in the game, and I will say, again, look at that thing. Pretty awesome design. It's a Salt Rock Pokemon, I believe, is what it goes for. Very cool to have it added into the decks. We'll try and trade and see if we can get lucky decks ticked off. Again, I don't know how good this thing is going to be, but let's get Smackdown Rock Blast, and what other moves could it learn? Oh, it's all Rock type. Ancient Power and Rock Tomb, I don't think they're particularly good moves. Fast moves, it's Mud Shot, so perhaps not the best coverage thing overall. Just over 3,000, so there you go. And of course, no shiny today. That's how things go, but we were catching everything that we saw. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this event. Are you chasing that Nacli in the wild? Definitely remember to put your notification thing on in the Pokédex, because it's a rare one to get. Hopefully you can get something good, and good luck with the rotating spawns, the Bagon and the Larvitar shiny boost for this one. But I will say, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and stick around for more Pokemon Go content. And if you did like what you saw, check out the videos available on the screen right now. There's some personal picks, some preferable ones. Definitely give them a view. And if you haven't done so already, please check out episode 251 of the Incensed podcast. You can find it up in the I button there. But I will say, until the next time, folks, do take care.